What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as BitcoinDark to USD. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. We are doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers for some Crypto TV merch, and we are literally flying. I'm so thankful for you guys for always subscribing, smashing the post notifications button. We're going to be there probably by the end of this month, which is thinking positively. Otherwise, I have a few things I want to talk about in today's video. Obviously, we're going to do some technical analysis, look at the market. I truly think Bitcoin and Litecoin are in some pretty wild standings, and I do think we could potentially see a breakout within the next couple of days. Otherwise, speaking about breakout, I do want to talk about BitcoinDark, what it is and what just happened, which literally is blowing my mind. But before I get into that, I do want to look at the coin market cap to kind of get us all into the rest of the technical analysis, and then we'll look at this article that I have. So I'm on the coin market cap. I did refresh the page, and you can see the market cap is 238 billion, 238.8 billion. 24-hour volume of 13 billion and a Bitcoin dominance of 53.1%. So to touch upon that, this morning I saw a little over 240 billion. So a slight dip I've seen, which I also see reflected in the price. And then a 24-hour volume of 13 billion, which is slightly higher than yesterday. So nothing too bad. And then just a conservative Bitcoin dominance at 53.1%, which has stayed the same. So moving down, looking at these top 10 coins, obviously to get a general overview of the market. So things seem to be looking quite nice. Another day of consolidation, trading sideways. Some coins, nothing really up double digits, but looking at the top 10 right now, you guys can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 coins up in the green, and then 4 being in the red. So I do think it's a very consolidative standpoint today. Not much is trading up, not much is trading down. Only thing really doing quite well is Stellar up 5%. But the coins that are down are not down by much, if anything at all, only 1% truly. Bitcoin up above $7,300. Beautiful thing to see. We're above that resistance. Ethereum, it seems to be having a lot of trouble breaking through $300. I do think we will break above 300 soon, but it does seem to be finding a lot of resistance there. XRP down 1.3% at 33 cents. Litecoin at $68. We were testing $70 this morning, if you guys were aware of the price. And I do think we're going to get above $70 very soon. So definitely something to pay attention to. Now, the one thing that I really wanted to talk about is this BitcoinDark. If this loads, there we go. So I actually have never heard of BitcoinDark, like ever. I know there's a lot of like Bitcoin Diamond, Bitcoin Gold, all these other smaller Bitcoin knockoff. I don't even know if it's a knockoff, but like they just copied Bitcoin's blockchain, changed something around in it very slightly, and then just changed the name to another like coding. So that's where these coins come from. It's kind of an alternative to Bitcoin itself. Same platform, same coding for the most part. But you guys can see it is blasting off, up 77% just in the 24 hours, and it's been blasting off for the past couple of days. So that's something I wanted to talk about and look at. The price is $75, but when I show you what it started at, you guys are going to be quite amazed. And then we're going to talk about obviously the huge Litecoin potential this has to blast off soon, and with Bitcoin too. But let's just look at this Bitcoin. So there's a bunch of articles coming out right now, but in total, I believe BitcoinDark has shot up over 400% in the past couple of days, which is freaking phenomenal. So it says BitcoinDark mysteriously surges 277% in suspected pump and dump scheme. Very interesting. A lot of this can happen when you own a lot of a coin. You can definitely pump and dump something. So it says BitcoinDark, for those who don't know what it is a cryptocurrency that planned to compete with Bitcoin and has been around since 2014, and which is surprising because we're ending 2018 and I've never heard of it in this past 5 years. So very interesting. It has recently surged from a price of $20 to $100. That is 400% gains. That is insane, guys. Insane. You could have like quadrupled your money. And then it corrected to $80, which was pretty obvious. But the thing with these pump and dumps is it's not stock, so you can't regulate it. It's not regulated yet by big companies and the government. So a pump and dump in stocks is illegal and you can go to jail for it. But in cryptocurrency, there's no regulation or control, so you got to be careful, but you could also make a lot of money depending on if you catch these before they surge. And a lot of people are talking, was Litecoin that huge run-up a pump and dump? It's possible. So scrolling down, you guys can see it literally says it started at 100 to $200,000 a day to nearly 1 million in trading volume. Absolutely freaking wild. And you can see how much this is blasted off in the chart. So it says, remember that BTC Dark was swapped from Komodo, and the whole team moved on the development of Komodo, so you can follow the news, blah, 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 Twitter here. What's behind BTC's price spike is currently unclear. Various social media users have pointed out that since the project has been abandoned, a pump and dump scheme may be behind the rise. So it seems like not much tech or involvement has been taking place within BitcoinDark. And then for it to just shoot up, it's a perfect candidate. Not many people would be aware of it. So the manipulation could definitely be there. But you guys can see the massive pump that has happened. I'm going to show you the technical analysis in a second, which is it's wild in my opinion. So let's just jump into that really quick, and then we'll continue on through the other currencies. So especially Litecoin and Bitcoin. So I'm on the 4-hour right now for BitcoinDark. And I mean, I don't really need to draw up much technical analysis. But you guys can see where the support and the resistance is. I guess I'll draw some lines. It's literally been this dormant coin, the sleeping giant, for those of you who want to call it that, for quite some time, in my opinion. It's literally has not had any trading volume for months, guys. It's literally, if anything, been coming down, following its high-low MMA, using it as a resistance. And then it finally, not too long ago, was able to get above. You can see the price. The coin was literally $13 a few days ago, and now it went all the way up to $113. So literally every $13 you put in, you would gain $100. If you think about that, that is a lot of money somebody could have made. Obviously correcting down now, it went all the way down to, wow, all the way down to 44 before shooting back up to 78. I would stay away from this coin. If you literally had some by any fluke chance, I would sell and get out of this because there's too much manipulation right now. Take your profits out. Be happy. That's what I would do in my opinion. And we're extremely overbought, so you can see why we are coming down. It makes total complete sense. And truly, I would not be surprised if we see this coin, similar to BitConnect, go all the way back down to its high-low MMA. There's practically no support or resistance up at this top level. Well, that's a lie. There is some support and some resistance. You can see it's pretty wild that the coin was actually up almost above 130, or was above 130 not too long ago. So it's very shocking, in my opinion, that it's literally been down on a downtrend for such a long time and then shot up. I actually want to jump to the daily to get a better view of this massive pump. So truly, I think the reason it shot up like this in the past was literally just following Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin shot up to these levels, which is shocking, I'm surprised BitcoinDark was actually at a price of $450 on Polynex. So that's actually wild to see that level right there. But now we can actually see some other support and resistances right here. You guys can see where it topped off at $100 or $113 right here. So it definitely does have potential. I'm shocked that it shot up this high, but in my opinion, I would not be surprised if we see this happen in other currencies like Litecoin and Bitcoin, which was going to lead me into that in a second, because it's been trading downwards for quite some time now. And you can I draw out a trend line? There is a potential trend line of some sort right here. Hard to explain. It's tough. There is a slight one right here. It is possible, but it just consolidated small and then popped like this. And you can see it was extremely oversold right here, extremely, which is a good indicator that it would come back up, but nobody could have really anticipated a huge surge in the volume right here. And there's not much reasoning behind that, but these things can happen, guys. We're seeing a lot of these start to happen in these altcoins. So it's only truly a matter of time before we can see some sort of shot in price level and volume and injection into the market, into these bigger coins like Bitcoin and Litecoin. And obviously when we see it in a bigger coin, it should make a much bigger move and a much bigger impact on the market. So what I wanted to talk about with Litecoin and Bitcoin is on the weekly chart. So as you guys saw, we did cap out at $50 at the bottom, which was a huge buying opportunity. And you can see this is practically where the coin started before it shot up in its price level. And I'm actually going to delete this. I'm going to delete this if it lets me. No, you're not going to let me? Okay. Deleted. All right, it's not going to let me, whatever reason. But you guys can see that we did bottom off at $50. We tested it right here, and we're moving up right now. And it was interesting. I was actually anticipating us to hold above this high-low MMA, this green band that's forming right now. The red band isn't here yet, but we fell below it. But what's interesting right now is we're actually testing this. That's why a lot of the price has been dormant right now, and we've seen a lot of that resistance is because we're actually testing this high-low MMA at around $70. So it's a very big indicator. If we can break above, which I truly think we will, and we get above the high-low MMA, we can start using that as support again. And I do think we can shoot up off of that to a very nice price very quickly. And another thing to notice is using the Tom DeMark sequential, TD sequential, which is what I like to use. You guys can see we reversed to a 1 to 2 candle, which was nice. And unfortunately we fell down, but we actually broke the downtrend. We broke this 8-month downtrend, which has been on the market for quite some time. You guys can see I'm trying to just shrink this so it's a little bit clearer. You guys can see right here, this has been a huge downtrend, this yellow right here. And we have finally broken that, which is huge for Litecoin. So another thing to notice is the fact that because we did break that, and we're currently on a 1 candle, that gives me a lot of possibility. A lot of possibility arises when we see a 1 candle start after we broke this downtrend. So we literally reversed above. Now we're seeing this 1 candle close, hopefully above this candle in the past. And then we should anticipate next week a second candle forming, a 2 candle, which should, if it does close, it should be above, it should start above the resistance of this high-low middle moving average. And then also, if it closes above the 1 candle, we should then anticipate a 3rd candle that could bring us up to $80, $90 very quickly. So it's nice to see that we're starting on a 1, and I'm really looking to see that 2nd candle close above the 1st, which is going to be next week. So we'll definitely have something to talk about then. But it definitely looks nice. The high-low MMA, the relative strength index, or the relative stochastic indicator, whichever one you want to use, the stock RSI. I know a lot of emails I've been getting have been asking me that question, so hopefully that answers it. Is that literally like 38, 39, so plenty of potential to move up very quickly, in my opinion. But you can see where we're facing that resistance also at 70 on the daily chart. You can see right here as we're facing some resistance. So I do truly think we should consolidate sideways, get back to this somewhat necessary support level right here, this uptrend, and break the resistance at $70 and then push up to that high-low MMA and kind of retest it at around $80. So I do think we're going to see an $80 Litecoin very, very, very soon. Moving on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks so nice, guys. I want to talk about it on the weekly, and then we'll jump into the daily. And I will wrap things up with Ethereum because another day of consolidation. So one thing I want to point out with Bitcoin, as you guys can see, we bounced up off the red band and shot up quite high, literally up to $8,500. We broke below the red band and used the green band as support, as well as this support level at $5,800. Bounced up off of that with so much ease, and we actually retested the high-low MMA, the red band, broke above it, and you can see we're now using it as support again. That's huge. You know, we were actually trading in here for 3 weeks, or 4 weeks if you count this one, traded in between here, had trouble getting above. We finally did break above, and we should hopefully start using it as support, as a means of neutrality and support. So truly looking at this from a macro standpoint, a macroeconomic standpoint, we should be able to pop up off of that and start now to head in an upwards, more bullish direction, in my opinion. I might actually make a shirt, in my opinion, because it does seem to be the meme of the page right now. Another thing to notice is we're also back above and in between the high-low MMA of the daily chart, which is another good indicator. So you can see how we're trading on this uptrend, this yellow uptrend, quite nicely. And I do think we're going to start another candle, get above the red band, and start trading above, and eventually retest $8,000 very, very, very soon. I do think it's around the corner. I think the market is looking very nice, guys. I would just hang on and let's ride this wave up. Lastly, another day of consolidation for Ethereum, another day of just trading sideways. I do think, and I have been saying this every single day for all these candles, we're going to trade sideways. We're going to retest this downtrend and potentially break above and shoot right up to around $400, $420, where this high-low MMA is right about here. But definitely $400 is the price point that I'm kind of estimating Ethereum to go to. But we do need to consolidate further, eventually retest the downtrend. We should pop up out of there. All the indicators are looking very nice. I'd be fortunate if we break bearish from that, but if we do, I can see the $250 being a nice support level to retest. But that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, giveaway at 5K, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.